All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the whole lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the whole lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into, today, just pretty much a message, all right, to the brothers, and any sister that could benefit from this as well, but mainly to the brothers. And one thing about this truth, we're coming back to a culture, we're coming back to a heritage, okay, and we was all raised, in a culture, in a way, okay, that was completely contrary, all right, to the way we were when we, were, thriving, as a righteous nation, when we was under, structure, when we was under order, okay, even if you go, back, to, the 50s, the 40s, post-slavery, our people still had order, and structure, especially dealing with family, but one thing about it, this age, social media, is pretty much has made, gossiping, murmuring, exposing, attention sake, chasing attention, what they call attention whores, with men and women. Okay, all these things, that we see today, they have nothing to do, with who we are as a people, our culture, and as we tap into the wisdom of our forefathers, we're being taught on how to maneuver and be in the earth. And one thing, that I'm finding out, as a man, and this is something, hey, I had to learn, I'm learning, and one thing about it, when you start to apply wisdom and then you start to see the benefits from it, you see, what it produces, you begin to fall in love with wisdom, and you continue, to apply these things more and more. Now, when you go to Sirach 19:6, it says, "He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil." And one thing about it, this is a society, where you're taught to just disclose everything that you know. You're taught to just expose, secrets. You're taught to just, spend all day, just murmuring and gossiping, who got the best, gossip, like there's a culture in this society, especially during social media. All right. But as men, we supposed to understand how to rule our tongue, and it's gonna go into it some more. All right. It says, "Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse." Yeah, because it says if you can rule your tongue, it prevents strife, and if, all right, we rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, because, sometimes, people be vulnerable around you, and they'll tell you particular things, and they'll go into particular things, man, but we live in a society, that as people, think they, they got homies or friend girls, especially, amongst women, and they kind of make themselves vulnerable around them, which in the truth, there's brothers gonna be vulnerable around you, man. They're gonna expose certain things, man. And some things, all right, shouldn't be rehearsed, and carried on. We live in a society that's all they do. Especially you got friends that fall out, what do? They start exposing each other's secrets. You see it in the rap industry, you see it in the music industry, just nigga culture in general, friends fall out, what do? They begin to expose, okay, secrets, and at the end of the day, as men of integrity, even if, you and the brother don't see eye to eye, or you and the woman, of the faith, so-called other faith might not work out, the integrity and the way, all right, the righteous way, okay, which is still just, keep it moving, man. Keep things, certain things don't need to be said. It is what it is, move on and, keep it moving, okay? But this society is the exact opposite, but the scriptures give us the instruction on how to be. Sirach 19:8, it says, whether it be friend or foe, talk not of others men's lives, and if thou canst without offense, all right, reveal them not. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you know, this and see Jake, even in the truth, man, they love the soap opera. Jake love to know, cause see, when we correct things, dealing with other counts, it be the doctrine. We're not into these men's lives and what they doing every day. Okay, we don't care. Okay, we don't care about people's personal lives. That's another thing. Like that's why it pays, not to be in all these different circles. In social media. Okay, it pays not to be, always coming and doing so much. Like sometimes, man, just you see things. Okay, you nod at certain things. And you keep it moving. You might speak on it. Indirectly. You address certain behaviors, but getting so involved in the tedious matters of all these different circles and all this madness and chaos that's going on, all it does is bring strife into your situation, man. you know and it says, for he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh he will hate thee. If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee. Let it die with thee, and be bold, it will not burst thee. So there's a lot of times, and I've applied this, especially working in a job to where I was around a bunch of Jake, and it's certain things, that was told to me. A lot of times I had to let it die with me, like it just stopped there. A lot of times, you can either, gossip can stop with you. Like a lot of things can be prevented from being spread and being blown out of proportion by letting things die. Letting that you told something, you hear it, then it die and you on to something else, man. That doesn't need to be discussed with anyone else. Okay, you let things die, certain things die, man. Especially if it don't benefit you or afford you, like let it die. We shouldn't be the carriers of gossip, you know, within our vessels. Okay. So let's go. Let's go here. Verse 11 says, a fool travaileth with a word as a woman in labor of a child. Yeah, a fool can't hold nothing, you know. And then it get to a point where they run out of stuff. They run out of material. A nigga just start making up stuff, man. They run out of, actual things. That niggas just start making up stuff, man. The woman just start making it, just filling in the blanks, and that's a horrible characteristic to have, and hey, we had to grow out these things, man. We all right, as we continue to be developed in righteousness, man, those are certain things that we grow out of, man. In the truth, you're gonna see certain things, man. You're gonna see certain brothers vulnerabilities, man. We around each other too much, you're gonna see it. Okay, those things don't have to be discussed, man. You're gonna hear particular things, man. Those things don't have to be forwarded and discussed, man. Those things, a lot of things should die with us, man. We know it. Okay, we get it. We assess it and we move on. So let's go here. All right, let's get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. And this prevents us from being in a lot of madness. Now you gonna have Jake just gonna come out and lie on you, try to slander you. That's part of it, man. But we don't want to, just be entangled in all these different, affairs, man. When you go, matter of fact, let me get this first, then we'll get that. Now this is a rock. All right, 11 and 10. All right, it says, my son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. Yeah, you can be doing too much, man. You all on Facebook trying to curse out the Yah Israelites, every time they make a post, you all, on Instagram, with back and forth with HOI, you on Instagram, You checking what sister's doing on Instagram and all. Like, nah, you doing too much, man. Let them folk be what they gonna be. All we can do is teach the word. However they apply it to their life, that's on them. All we can do is sincerely teach the word, man, in truth. You know, being careful how we build. What they do with it is on them. You know, and even within the camp, like, you know, brothers move different. You see, and a brother might not move like you. That doesn't mean, you know, that okay, his life has to be discussed. He has to be criticized. Okay, you take note of certain things, and the brothers start noticing. You know, you compare. You know, you kind of compare notes and just make, and it's for the good of that brother. You kind of like, okay, the brother, you know, what happened. You know, you just kind of see, making sure, you know. But when you know, doing too much, and you know, you like I say, you got you in all these different circles, and you know, you always in the midst of some type of conflict. You always caught in between, you know, these different disputes and all this, man. A lot of times the best thing to do is to remove yourself completely from situations, man. You know, and that's what I've learned. You know, I've been the victim of doing too much. I've been, you know, I've been guilty of doing too much. Okay, I've been guilty of meddling and trying to be in all this and all that. You know, in these things I've learned, and when I apply these scriptures, I just see so much more peace. You know, my thing now is just pretty much stay in my lane. You know, hey, brothers do things different. Hey, if you like it, I love it. I stay in my lane and know what I have to do in my situation and just work on perfecting the gift that the Lord gave me. You know, and um, it says, my son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. Yeah, because you can be doing too much, and now you in a situation you can't flee from. You got a deal. You involved now. You see, we get in the situation. You know, where you gonna go? You involved now. You see, they got the the threads from Instagram. They got the thread, you know, the personal text threads. They out there on video now. Nah, you know, you now we you know, you in it. You'll be in it. You see, ain't no fleeing from it. Now you gotta deal with what come with it. You know, so we just want to be very mindful. You know, just keep it simple and stay in our lanes, man. Keep it simple. Stay in our own little lane. You know, like, be the best brother we can be the best teacher we can be. You know, you got families. You know, try to be the best husband you can be. You know, and keep this thing simple, man. You know, because the only thing because pretty much, man, we just awaiting salvation, man. You know, we're teaching and edifying as we await, you know, salvation, man. You know, a lot of pettiness should be cut out of our lives, man. A lot of things and the soap opera, you know, portion of the truth that Jake, you know, love to keep going, you know, because Jake, you got a lot of niggas that know they Israelites, man. You know, so that aspect of it, that soap opera aspect of it, man, we should be letting these things die, man. You know, and focus on, all right, the weightier matters, man. Okay, this is Wisdom Solomon 1 and 11. I end it here. It says, therefore, beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting, for there is no word so secret that shall go for naught, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. So what we have to understand is murmuring is unprofitable. You know, like I said, it's a difference when, you know, you're discussing and assessing, you know, a brother in the spirit to kind of see, you know, is he good? You know, brother good. Like, what's he? How he been around you? He been, you know, you concerned for a brother. And you kind of assess it, and then there's some things that, you know, hey, we learn that, okay, that's how brothers are. All right, bet, you know, brother, you know, do you thing. You know, long brothers, you know, is holding it down in the spirit, you know, holding it down, you know, their office in the spirit, you know, hey, how brothers move within their liberty, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, I wouldn't do it, but hey, like I say, if you like it, I love it. So as we mature in the faith, we go through things and we see things, and we learn how to maneuver and stay out of the way of the conflict, avoid the conflict. This wisdom is meant to prevent, okay, situation. It's here for us to be able to look down the road, assess it, make the adjustments to avoid it. Okay, so that's the point. Just wanted to bring that out. The basic, the basis of the lesson. Hey, keep it simple, stay in your lanes. Keep it simple, stay in your lanes, man. Brothers, keep teaching, keep getting better. Perfecting the gift, and keeping it simple, and worry about the weightier things. Okay, of the scriptures, man. All right, we're not here for a soap opera, and WWE, okay, back and forth, the WWE narrative, okay. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters edified. Till next time, I say shalom.